All right. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shara. I am so sorry for my tardiness. I couldn't figure out something, so I needed my daughter to help me. But I want you guys to stay with us for a little while. We're going to allow a couple more people to come on in, and then we're going to get started. All right, let's go. All right. We are definitely at the 2 minute mark or a little bit over. And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat to all my newcomers, flip floppers, and day ones. What's up? And lottie dottie to everybody. Unfortunately, this is not a chat for children. So if you are a child, I'm sorry. You have to exit stage left. All right. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, turning your notifications on, and subscribing to the channel. It's imperative that you do. You might as well come on out those bushes and say hello. I would love to greet you properly, okay? I don't know anybody to walk up to a wall and say hello, but definitely a human figure, okay? Hi, Sherelle. How are you? And welcome to the chat. We appreciate you for being here. Good morning. I guess it's afternoon for me. So good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. I see the Brit Edie stuff is taking over the internet, honey. Stuff is clackling. I'm like, Brit done pulled a smooth one on them. And we're not going to talk about that right now because honestly, when I was creating my thumbnail, I honestly forgot about her. So I'm not going to talk about her. I'll give her her own segment to see what's going on. But today we are going to definitely talk about Papoose and Eazy the Block Captain. And who else we talking about? We got Diddy. Give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, at ultimately at the end of the day, it's often one of those times where it's just like, Brit pulled the smooth one. I think she came with an agenda at this point because at first I was thinking, okay, Kenya did what she did. It is humiliating, and she was doing too much, and she did do too much. But now I feel like Brit had a motive, right? So I'm going to give her her own segment without a shadow of a doubt. Like I said, we got Papoose and Easy to Block going back and forth. We also have Melody Cherie on the roster. And then we have Diddy and this Jane Doe lady, okay, and 50 Cent just out and everything, okay? So we have a lot to cover within an hour's time. You guys make sure you guys are sharing, 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 sharing. It's Karen, honey. Sharing, sharing, sharing. I know it's Saturday. Nobody wants to get up and hear Short Talk, but y'all here now, so y'all might as well mind y'all manners, okay? Um, So yeah, that's that. Okay. So anyway, happy Saturday and greetings to all. I'm going to press on. I usually wait to about the 10-minute mark, but because I feel like I'm having a slow start this morning, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the news. Okay. So you guys know that Jane Doe, the judge, has told the people in the courtroom, the press, the public, everybody, that he better not see or hear nobody leaking who Jane Doe is. Because remember, the last Jane Doe got out and somebody put the girl or doxed the individual straight out and forward. Okay. So now the judge made this broad announcement: you will be prosecuted or held accountable for dropping this girl's name. Okay. So the press and the media have been kind of quiet, but the sketches, and the judge even said nobody better not even sketch out this individual because she was supposed to be a the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend of a very high profile rapper. Okay. So of course the internet don't listen and the media don't listen. So they sketched out this individual. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't know who the hell they was talking about. I did not know who they was talking about. But leave it up to Brother 50 Cent. Brother 50 Cent gonna always make it make sense. And he gonna make that math, okay? So um, with that being said, he has outed the fact that it was his baby mama that that's this Jane Doe and considered the fourth victim or the third victim. Maybe the third. I'm not sure. It's one of those. It's the third or the fourth victim of Diddy's, okay? And the reality of it is, I guess 50 Cent on some type of stuff like, I wasn't in the courtroom. They ain't give me warnings, right? So I'm going to just say it out flat and right. But 50 Cent been screaming that his wife and Diddy, she was a part of Diddy's camp since this whole mess blew over, okay? So this is nothing new. He's been screaming this for a while now, right? With that being said, he pulled up a sketch. Hold on, guys, because I'm trying to do two things at one time and it is not working out for me. Who told me to do it? Okay, but he pulled up this sketch and he has something to say. And what he had to say is, do anybody know who this is? Because it looked pretty familiar to my baby mama, honey. It looked pretty familiar to my baby mama. Okay, I think her name is Daphne Joy or something like that, right? Did I lock my card? Hold on, guys. Unlock. Okay. Here we go. We moving. I locked it. I locked it. Hold on. Okay. All right. It takes it up to the kids to try to text you and get something from you. Hey, Lee, what's up? So, anyway, 50 Cent has outed the fact that this Jane Doe, who has allegedly had these freak offs with Diddy that would last for, like, I think they said, oh my God, I can't even remember like the exact number and I don't want to butcher it, but I'll be out of commission after like a half an hour. I'm good. That's the farthest I can go. I cannot imagine somebody laying down, let alone, I'm a mental person, right? Germs, anything like that. I'm real mental. So a lot of things for me just would not work for me. I have nightmares about certain things that's dirty. Okay. So if I see a certain image, I'll be done up, right? Hey Lee, I think I spoke, but if I didn't, hello, and welcome to the chat. And thank you, mods, for being here. So anyway, where we are now, she said that Diddy, according to this Jane Doe, which is now 50 Cent is outing his baby mama, I think Daphne or Daff Joy or something like that. I can't pronounce her name. But anyway, with that being said, he's outing her to be this fourth or third victim. I'm not sure what victim she is at this point. And she's the one that's saying that she was jealous of the relationship that we all know. that she was jealous of the relationship with him and Young Miami, okay? So she continued to indulge in relationship with him, okay? She said that they would have sex for 18, 19, 20 hours at a time, honey. Different men, back to back, back to back. Baby, somebody's walls is gone, okay? And then they also said that she wouldn't allow, or Diddy wouldn't allow them to use condoms. She said that this really, according to reports, that this really rough looking guy came in the picture at one time. So she wasn't comfortable with sleeping with this individual without a condom. So she like basically told him that she wanted to use a condom. And he got mad because she wasn't able to like be all in on it, like, you know, in this happy-go-lucky mood. And he got mad and was like, here, if this is what the hell you want, take the condom. Hell, give her the condom, let her have sex with the condom. You know what I mean? And y'all, somebody burning, somebody have burned, or somebody listen. It is crazy. You hear me? And they said that she got really emotional on the stand, so her story was believable according to reports. Hey Trish K10, what's up? According to reports, they're saying that her story was believable. I I wish I could be in the courtroom, right? Because sometimes I'm getting all these mixed things that's going on, and everybody's entitled to feel how they feel. Of course, as a woman, you're going to sympathize with anybody, okay? That had to endure with this. But one of the things I've noticed in everybody's report across the globe is that he's not forcing anybody to stay. What he's doing is using this tactic between the woman and him. He's saying like, all right, if that's what you want to do, go. And they're afraid that he's going to go get his desire fulfilled elsewhere. So they're staying based off the notion, I don't want him to get it from anywhere else. Okay. So let's go over what 50 Cent had to say. And then we are going to go from there. First thing first, it says Jane Doe testified she felt jealous when Diddy started to flaunt his new girlfriend on Instagram. Despite them being together, says he did romantic things with the new girl, but made her do freak offs. I felt cheap. Child, y'all know that's Young Miami, because this individual has also testified that she was with Diddy all the way up to 2024, and Diddy is still paying the individual monthly rent of $10K till today. You hear me? So I'm with the defense at this time. I will hope that given the opportunity, they will argue. Well, we know, you know what it is, but they're going to argue, hey, he's been locked up since September sometime. So what's your reason for allowing him to keep paying your rent all of this time if he was just this bad dude that you claim that he is? You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have a field day with her come Monday because her testimony continues on. Y'all, this is going to be bad. Okay. So she, of course, everybody can put one plus one has always been two. She's talking about Young Miami. Y'all know he loved Young Miami. He was flaunting her around the internet as if he didn't even know this girl. But see, it was so much going on. She was cheating with Diddy. He was cheating with her while he was with somebody else, which was her homegirl. Okay. And then Diddy had a lineup of women. Okay. So it makes sense that it would be 50 Cent, but they're saying Jane Doe, so we just gonna go with that, okay? Also, 50 Cent allegedly identified her as a Jane Doe, and he's testifying, and Diddy's and she's testifying in Diddy's sex. Well, we shouldn't say that. Just the SEX trafficking trial. Okay, it's a lot going on with that. According to reports, it says also my child's father didn't get along with Sean, which would be 50 Cent. She says he said he didn't mind. Okay. And then it says that the prosecution asks her, how many children do you have? She says one. She goes on to say, the prosecution says, what did Sean say about his relationship? She says, only my friend. He said it wasn't a real relationship. Okay. So I guess Diddy was saying like he's just friends with 50 Cent. They're not really in a relationship or whatever. Let's see. Then they have live recording, guys, and that's what we're going to listen to now. They have live recording of Diddy. Okay, of Diddy. They have live recording of Diddy threatening to disappear from Jane Doe's life and newly resurfaced recording. Okay, so let's listen to that. It's crazy out here, y'all. It is. Hold on. Hold on. Hmm. Why isn't it playing? Okay, hold on. Let me try it again.
I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know. You think you silent treating me, and you think I'm gonna be nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence, and ain't nobody threatening you. And I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you can be mad. I can have a spat. We can have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So how do you
one more time?
You go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving? Ain't no threat. I'm just being clear. I can't do this shit with you every time you get upset. Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know. You think you silent treating me, and you think I'm gonna be nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence, and ain't nobody threatening you. And I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you can be mad. I can have a spat. We can have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So how do you go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving? Ain't no threat. I'm just being clear. I can't do this shit with you every time you get upset. Hey,
hold on.
I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a head.
All right, so you guys heard it, okay? Now they got into a little argument or whatever the case may be, and she basically gave him the silent treatment. Of clearly he does not like the silent treatment, so he left his message. I know people are considering it to be a threat. If you guys heard a threat, let me know, okay? He's basically just letting her know he can't do it no more. I didn't hear a threat. I didn't hear him say, if you don't come back, I'm gonna pow you. I didn't hear him say, if you don't come back, I'm gonna punch you in the gut. Like, I ain't hear none of those things come out his mouth. So if y'all heard something different, let me know. But I didn't hear anything, okay? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, I'm just saying. Everybody's saying there's a threat. I didn't hear a threat. If you heard something different, jot down in the chat and let me know. But I did not hear anything. Okay. So that's the recording of Diddy, out here right now, and that's that. Drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of that. 50 Cent says, hey, does anyone know who Jane Doe is? I'm trying to research this. Man, this stuff with Elon Musk and Trump is crazy. So he's deflecting and being funny at the same time. But if you guys are just joining us, 50 Cent released a picture side by side of the sketch and his baby mama to let us all know that Jane Doe is definitely his baby mama. I think her name is Daphne Joy. So maybe the prosecution won't get him because he wasn't in the courtroom. Okay, but uh he definitely did don't give a dang on. I guess he says I got enough money to fight this, okay? But he's letting us all know. I told you guys that he was messing with my baby mama. He has been screaming that since the beginning, okay? So y'all drop down in the comment section, child. What y'all think about this recording? Let me see. 50 Cent baby mama Daphne Joy said she tried to make up with Diddy by offering him a all-star game where she effed the top three men that Diddy picked in the same night for a free call. Now, wait a minute. Three men at one time, that just sounds a little crazy to me. Y'all, is the cuckoo okay? Is the cuckoo still breathing? Is the cuckoo living and surviving and actively performing? I just want to know. That's a lot on the cuckoo. I want to know. All right. So I know that they're saying that Diddy is not interested in men, but y'all, I don't know because he got to be. Because it's not like he wanted to, turn her around or turn the victims of it around where he could only see them have the intercourse, right? He wanted to make sure that they didn't. What's the fascination? I can't figure this stuff out. I'm so confused. What's the fascination with the no condoms? Like, like what was going to happen if you wore a condom or not? Like, did he have to absolutely see? Oh, maybe it's because remember when Cassie testified, she testified that she will rub the male sperm on him at the end when they finish. So maybe the condom would catch the sperm and it wouldn't be able to have his happy ending, which would be the semen, being put on him. That's the only thing that I could think of. Because what's the reason why these girls couldn't use a condom? As if it's not bad enough that they're sleeping with multiple men. They already can't use a condom. They don't have a choice whether they want to go for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. They got to go for 18 at a time. Who DICK still works after 18 hours? What kind of stuff is they taking? Y'all listen. I don't know, y'all, but I got questions. Jump down in the conversation. Let me know what you guys think about all of that. We have to move on. Who's next on the roster? Melody Cherie is out here doing what she do, making it clear I'm not gonna play with y'all, and y'all don't play with me. Okay. So one of the things, and I love this thumbnail because everything that's going on, her face was just suitable for what's going on. And I just had to, I had to put it like that because I'm looking at everybody like, is everybody cool? Is everybody okay? Is everybody still breathing? Okay. Ray Mella, did I speak? I know I pinned you, but I don't know if I said your name. Ciao. Hello to Ray Mella. What's up? Welcome to the chat again. If I didn't say it, if I did say it, and if I didn't, then welcome. Okay. Anyway, with that being said, you guys know that Melody, when she split from the show, she made it clear that she's not going to indulge in any kind of negativity. She said, don't bring it to her. And I'm paraphrasing. She tells people, don't bring it to my inbox. Don't bring it nowhere near me because you will be blocked. She gave a warning way back then. Okay. And shout out for here for the hot tea because this is where I got that from. But with that being said, she gave warning. So while she was on live, apparently somebody started to ask her about Carlos King. Now, am I not mistaken? Y'all correct me in the chat because y'all know I be a little rusty with Love and Marriage Huntsville sometimes. But correct me, am I wrong? Does she have a lawsuit out on Carlos? Because if she do, why the hell would she want to talk about Carlos? Because I'm confused. I wouldn't have no interest in talking about somebody that I'm about to see in court. I don't give a dang on what y'all talk about, what he looked like, what he going through. That ain't got nothing to do with me. See me in court. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know if I'm right or not. Okay. So this individual asks her about Carlos and she gives them full warning. Now, this is your warning. Now, go on over there and sit down somewhere way over there. Way over there, okay? So we're going to listen to that, and then I will be back, guys. Woo, child. Hold on. Hold on. If you are hearing the sound of my voice and did not hit that like button, please do. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do. All right. If you don't have your notification bell on, play with that thing a little bit and turn that notification bell on. Y'all know I love y'all the long way. Okay. So let's listen to, hold on.
Of a first season show that we started, Sharnita's World. I'm glad that it was that way. And I'm glad that that is where I got my first producer recognition. So, alignment matters, divine timing matters.
Absolutely.
And I'm super thankful. I would say God will open doors for you. God will open doors for you as long as you are putting purpose first. You know what I'm saying? Putting purpose first. Alicia, don't come over here asking them questions, girl. I will block you. That's your first warning now, Alicia, girl. Y'all better tell Alicia. Alicia. Yes, God is good.
Wait a minute, pause. Shout out to here for the hot tea again for this clip. But listen, I love how she bounced, like she checked her and then went on about her business, because that's a smooth check. You ever hear somebody like be a rusty check? But she a smooth checker, right? She just jumped right back into what she was talking about. And now, Alicia, now get your butt over there nowhere. Don't tell her. And now, Alicia, go ahead somewhere. Now, I told you, go sit 5 seats over there. Don't bring your tail back here. Child, I holla. Hey, Nene Love, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, so so with that being said, she just jumped right back out of it. But Alicia knew better. Alicia was just being messy, whoever the hell Alicia is, okay? Let's continue to listen, okay? Oh man, I done came out of it. Lord have mercy. Y'all gotta go from the beginning now, because I came out of it. Hold on.
Way of a first season show that we started, Sharnita's World. I'm glad that it was that way. And I'm glad that that is where I got my first producer recognition. And so, you know, alignment matters, divine timing matters. And I'm super thankful. I would say God will open doors for you. God will open doors for you as long as you are putting purpose first. You know what I'm saying? Putting purpose first. Alicia, don't come over here asking them questions, girl. I will block you. That's your first warning now, Alicia, girl. Y'all better tell Alicia. Alicia. Yes, God is good. God is good. I'm thankful. God is so good. Whew. So, Canavis, you gonna be on time out, my boy. I'm about to block you too. Canavis.
Now, those of you who don't know who Canavis is one of her employees that's working with her and in the chat just messing with her. So she's telling him, get the hell out the chat. So that's what he is. Okay, let's go.
You're going to be blocked. Then I'll unblock you tomorrow. You see what Canavis writing? I'll block you. Okay? Then you're going to be unblocked tomorrow. It's about time to let you know what time to come in on Tuesday. But no, so yeah, so I am thankful. And I kind of like, for me, I choosing peace and choosing positive, because it is a choice. Positivity is a choice.
It sure is.
And no longer choosing a check in chaos for a check. I think that was a big thing for me.
And now I'm gonna pause right there, because I love that she says chaos, no longer choosing chaos for a check. Y'all know for sure that was definitely directed towards Love and Marriage Huntsville. And here's the reality of it. Not that she needed the check, but she probably wasn't sure if she could basically live without the check. So making a conscious decision to walk away from something who has been a great deal of income for you and a significant amount of time, that can be difficult to walk away from. So I just love that she said that, no longer choosing chaos for the check. That was dope. That was a word, honey. Let's continue to listen.
And, you know, I'm here for it. Like, yeah.
All right, so y'all heard her speak on that. I wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. And like I said, let's just normalize just sitting back listening to what people had to say, rather than just trying to bring the negative stuff to that chat. People don't want to deal with that all the time. Folks be tired. You got real life stuff on you. Definitely don't want to come on the internet and deal with it again. Okay. Sometimes you do want to get your boots nasty and muddy, right? And dirty. But sometimes you just be trying to chill. If you anything like me, I'd be like, dang, can I catch a break? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I just want to get my content out and I want to move on about my business. Y'all hear me? So anyway, let's jump into our grand finale, which will be Papoose and Eazy the Block Captain. Okay, now Eazy the Block Captain is Remy Ma new man. Okay, and he goes on the limb and admits that he couldn't wait for Papoose to get the hell out the house. I said, who house? He said, Remy Ma house. I said, who? He said, want me to repeat it one more time? I said, yeah, please, one more time. My ear was a little waxy. He said, Remy Ma house. I said, oh, shut the hell up. Listen, I was like, the nerve of him to be so bold to say that out your whole mouth online, baby. I know you lying. So he gonna talk about the altercation between him and Pap. Then he gonna say he couldn't wait for Pap to move on and get out that house. Child, I said, so my biggest question is, y'all think they living together? Now Remy done packed up Papoose bag from hats to jerseys to t-shirts to jeans to joggers. She put it all organized and it been sitting here for 6 months. She showed us proof that she even told him to come get his stuff 6 months ago, okay? Now she says, this is it. I'm no longer holding on to his stuff. Now y'all think she put his stuff so that Eazy could move his stuff into the drawers? Y'all, I got so many questions. So many questions. Y'all think, listen, Remy, if you tap into my chat, can you just let us know? Were you making room for Eazy stuff? That's why Papoose stuff is bagged up. I need to know. Okay? But let's listen to this and Eazy The Block talking about the fight between him and Papoose. And then he's going to also go on to talk about he wanted Papoose out that house. He couldn't wait for that man to go. I said the nerve and the boldness of the black men. Remy Ma got that clapper. Got to. Because who the hell? Hold on. All right. So let's listen.
Knocked the nigga out because I shook him because he fucked my wife. I knocked this nigga out because he shook my hand, then fucked my wife. You sound like a pussy. Here's the thing, nigga. I didn't know you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And if you want to keep it a bean, if you want to tell the real story, my nigga, I was on the whole opposite side from you. And I was just like, yo, I don't want to meet the nigga. You came up to me and told me you was a fan of mine, nigga. That's the real story. And that's why you was mad. This nigga probably said, yo, I ain't knocked the nigga out because I shook him because he fucked my wife. I knocked this nigga out because he shook my hand, then fucked my...
Now, hold on. Now, Eazy, watch your mouth. Why you got so many cuss words in your mouth? But we're here for it, okay? Now, also, Eazy, you said he came up to you. Perhaps he was plotting, right? He could have shook your hand and said he a fan of yours because he already knew what was going on. So he was trying to orchestrate the beat down. So, a lot could have been going on, but let's continue to listen.
He's a fuck up. So when a nigga is really a fuck up and he loses his jaw,
sorry for the
really
cuss words, y'all.
And you really lose it, and the next nigga got it, and you don't feel like the next nigga should have your jaw. Then niggas start acting. I'm happy for the nigga. Nigga, move on. I've been waiting. Yo, get the fuck out the crib. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, y'all heard that?
I've been waiting. I'm happy. I was like, ooh, got him. He's a fuck up. So when a nigga is really
one
a
more
fuck
time
up and he loses his jaw, and she really a good jaw, and you really lose it, and the next nigga got it, and you don't feel like the next nigga should have your jaw. Then niggas start acting. I'm happy for the nigga. Nigga, move on. I've been waiting. Yo, get the fuck out the crib. Go ahead, bro.
Wow.
I've been waiting. I'm happy. I was like, ooh, got him. He's a fuck up. So when a nigga.
Now, hold on, bro. Hold on, Eazy. Hold on, Eazy. We heard you. Now you've been waiting for him to get out the crib. So I guess he's saying when he said, ooh, got him, he's saying that Papoose, this is what I took from it. Papoose is moving off impulse. So he going over there with Clarisha, however the heck you say her name. Him moving over there with her, he moved off impulse. And I guess he feeling like we played our cards right. Now he out, I can move my way in. That's what I took from it. But let's continue to listen.
I don't really take people's jobs. She never did to be onto other shit. I'm saying, this was on you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it was, and I always felt like that. I was like, yo, if a nigga know that y'all wasn't together and I come through in the mix, how you getting mad at me because You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's just, maybe it's the fact that you didn't think that it could happen. You could be mad at that. But I'm standing on the fact that I ain't take nobody, John. I ain't take nobody, John. If you don't feel like nothing else,
Now, I want to tell y'all that he's drinking in this video, okay? I think he had one too many drinks because he said too much, okay? One of the things that him and Clarissa need to do is be quiet because they are going to mess up some things for both parties in a divorce because they're talking too much. Somebody need to get their extra woman and extra man on a leash and tell them to shut the hell up and don't mention anything about Papoose and don't mention anything about Remy, because by them talking so much, you just proved that what Papoose was saying was right. Okay. And then you turned around and says, they keep saying that I took his John. He said, I didn't take anybody's John. What I did was y'all was already broken up when I came in. So stop telling people that I took your John. Well, that's the same story that Clarissa got about Papoose. They were broken up for 2 years and he was already single when she got with him, but they were still living in the same house. So you guys both have the same story. But one can also argue that you guys purposely intervened with their marriage. Hell, y'all could be sued. Okay, what is it? Alienation of affection. If that goes on where they live at, y'all could be sued if that's a thing where y'all live at. Okay. Hey, Peggy Brown, what's up? Welcome to the chat. He's such a cornball and a lame. Listen, I feel like he talked way too much, y'all. Way too much. And I wanted Remy to come say, nigga, excuse my language, y'all. Nigga, hang up the phone. You effing it up right now, okay? Now, remember, Papoose filed for divorce, I think on the 2nd. Matter of fact, it might have been, I don't even know what date it was. I can't remember. But remember when Remy blasted him the next day, he went and filed for divorce. And I guess the paperwork is full again or not. I'm not sure, but y'all, this is bad. And I wish they go get their girls and their boys and tell them, simmer down, guys. We having story time now. So everybody sit on the carpet because this is ugly, okay? Yeah, that's crazy, all right. And I'm just here for it all, okay? I'm just here for Earl. Let me see. That was all I had on my agenda, but because we're only like 37 minutes into the chat, let's talk about Krishan getting released from probation early. Krishan was supposed to be getting released back in 2026, but she's been released early, and she says that she's able to travel now because of that. Because of the probation, it has like basically put her in a place of being on hold. Okay, and it says, "Good evening." This is the termination document, okay, from her being released from probation. It says, "Good evening, Miss Malone. Please read, sign an email, and sign a copy back to me. Thankfully, Oklahoma has agreed to terminate your probation early. Save a copy for yourself. And say we'll reach out to you there is if there's anything further that they need." Okay. Krishan goes on to say, "Thank you, Jesus, and everyone that helped me stay on track. Now I can really be an artist slash creator slash travel slash actor. Everything, no restrictions. Praise God. I was supposed to get off of probation late 2026. Look at Jesus. He had other plans. I know you all miss me. I just waiting for this to be established now. I can plan and really travel." Okay, so I'm all for it. Okay, they don't have the same story. Remy and Eazy have been sleeping around since December of 2022. Pap and Clarissa started messing around August 2024. Child. Well, what I mean by that, Peggy, not that they have the same story. Their same story would be that they didn't interfere with the relationship. They're saying that they both saying that they weren't together when them two came in the picture. That's what I mean by the same story. As far as the dates, I don't even get into all that because I'm gonna be honest. I know, Peggy, this gonna hurt. But I'm gonna be honest, I think they all lying. I think they all lying to cover their tail. I don't believe neither one of them. I think they all lying. And Remy is my favorite, and I still think she lying. Okay, so I would never know that part. I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come and elaborate on any of these topics since I have a little bit more time. But like I said, it's just crazy out here, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see if I can figure out how to invite y'all to the chat. Okay. Let me see. Guess. Mm, mm. Well, wait, because I gotta figure it out, y'all. I gotta figure it out. Um, you watch battle rap? Okay, that's the first I heard a woman, say that they watched the battle rap. That's what's up. That's dope. I think that's pretty good. All right, guys, I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. If anybody wants to come up and to enjoying the live, because I got 10 minutes, before you guys can come up, you guys can visit. I dropped the link, it's in the chat, so if anybody want to come up and elaborate and tell me what they think about these topics. Okay, we talked about Remy Ma, Papoose, and Eazy The Block saying he couldn't wait for Papoose to get the hell out that house. I don't know if he was waiting to move his stuff in, or if he was waiting to come over freely without sneaking around, or what. And we also talked about Melody telling her fan, I don't even know the person was a fan, but basically, girl, this is your warning, okay? Then we also talked about Diddy and Jane Doe being 50 Cent baby mama, okay? So let me know what you guys think about all of this. I have dropped the link. It's in the chat. I'm going to give you guys about 10 minutes. Until then, I'm going to wrap it up, okay? I would love to have y'all, but I know everybody gets shy when I drop the link, so I'm not going to pressure you guys to have the conversation. I'll just talk for 10 more minutes to have you guys come up. But what do you guys think about these freak offs and lasting for 18, 19, 20 hours? Y'all, I can't even imagine. Like, the body shuts down automatically, okay? After you get your first one, I don't know about nobody else, your body be like, wait a minute, give me a minute. So could you imagine the forcefulness that the individual had to have to even keep and continue and to be up? Okay, y'all, that's wow. That's wow. Okay. I have pinned the link, guys, just again, so you guys know it's flashing on your screen also, and it's in the chat as well. You can just hit that and come on up if you guys want to elaborate at all. But y'all, that's wow. And also I see a lot of people like he gonna get off, a lot of people like he not gonna get off. It's everybody to their own discretion, right? I love to think I'm a lawyer, but I've also I don't have the same story. Okay, all right. I realized that this can go either way because the feds is a dirty piece of work, okay? You don't think he gonna get off? The feds is dirty. The feds will play dirty, and even if they didn't have nothing against him, they're gonna make sure they do. Remember that their goal is to freeze that 400 million, okay? And they can get him on the what is it, racketeering? I think I said it right. Or the trafficking. I think they'll have grounds to seize that 400 million of his, okay? Or keep it rather, because I think they already seized it. But it's crazy, y'all. It's wild work. Y'all hear me? And it's unfortunate, right? When somebody of this caliber really took their career and played around with it, remember, they don't want you, a person of your color, to sit that high up in position anyway. And when you got there, they sucked you in, and you sucked your own self in by your own desires. Don't get that wrong, right? And when you got there, you didn't take full advantage of it. You did a lot of stupid stuff, and this is the consequences of it, okay? So listen, we're 43 minutes into the chat. Nobody wants to join me, so I'm cool with that. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. I said I was gonna wait 10 minutes, but I feel like I'm talking in circles, so I'm gonna keep going. Okay. I love you, checkmates. Thank you for all that has joined me. Go ahead and share the live, share the live, share the live. Okay. Let people know that I'm over here and I'm active so that I can stay active in the algorithm. Okay. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any piece of content from me, Shar, go ahead and make sure your notification bell is on. All right. Listen, checkmates, I love y'all the long way. All right. And there's nothing you can do about it. Do you think they have proven any of these charges so far? Abbott and Kid Cudi's car. I've been listening very closely to it, Peggy. If I can be honest, if I can just be honest, just for a second, my heart goes out to all of them for what they had to endure. But I've never heard anybody say in all of their stuff that he forced them to do anything. They said that he had a free, they can leave whenever they wanted to. They continue relationships with him. Um, they can say they was afraid. I'm not here to dummy nobody's story. So according to the law and what I have read, he could be found guilty because he does fit into a lot of those categories, right? But if it was me, I'm just going to say it was sex that went wrong. um and he took advantage of them, and they didn't know how to walk away, so they stayed way too long. Good answer, Peggy. Let me ping you. That's the bottom line. Is he guilty of some of it? Yes, but I don't think all of it. And I don't think it's fair that he's going to go down for a lot of this stuff. Okay, is he guilty of some of it? Yeah, but all of it, I don't think so. Okay, that's the bottom line to it all. And like I said, it's a shame, and I feel bad for those children because they've learned a new side of their father that they probably didn't never wanted to hear. Them girls ain't been back to the courtroom since the first day. That was a lot. Okay, remember they went in the first day. They started out swinging. Okay, playing double dutch, all types of tricks inside the jump rope. Okay, so they was knocking it out from the door. So it's a bad situation. I see bribery, but not under RICO. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. I love a fair chat. I love a fair chat. Like I said, what saddens me the most is that he got to this point in his career, and it's about to all be taken away from him. It sucks. That part sucks, right? People want to stand, and a lot of the girls just stayed just because they wanted him. They fell in love with him, right? He was that dude. Um, it sucks. Ray J better hope they don't come for him next because he's been named as one of the dealers, right? He's been named as one of the dealers for Cassie, and also I think the girl Mia. The girl Mia as well. So with that being said, he better go ahead, okay? He better go ahead and go as far as he can. Because if I was Diddy, I would have been going with this first. But see, Diddy got to a point where he thought he was untouchable. Because people have been doing favors and getting rid of stuff for him for a long time. So he didn't think that this was real, okay? It didn't become real to Diddy until the raid probably happened. Like, oh, this is really not no situation that's going to go away overnight. Okay, then it became even realer for Diddy, in my opinion, once he, what you call that? It became even realer for Diddy once he couldn't bail out and got denied for bail repeatedly. Okay. The Bible says the love of money is the root of evil. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. We ain't telling you to go get it, but you can't love it so much that you stop thinking rationally. You know what I mean? So it's definitely, this is nasty, y'all. This is nasty work. Oh, and if any content creator run across my page and you guys get this glimpse, I want you guys to be careful at taking cash money um, out there. People come and bless you and congratulations and thank you. But I do want you guys to be careful of taking cash money. I don't want anybody having any type of substance on that money. And then, okay, we don't have rest. Content creators, be careful of taking cash. Want to think that everybody's just being nice and doing well. That's not really always the case, okay? So I want, if y'all gotta wear a glove to accept the money, hell, listen, you gotta do it, okay? But there's a lot of weird things that's going on, and people are, look at that young lady that ran up on our mom, okay? Listen, be safe out there. I want you guys to get the stories, but people are evil, and a lot of people come with a lot of evil intentions. And if you gotta wear a glove, like, hold on, baby, let me look at my bag for something. Get the glove and then take the money. Do that. But I want you guys to be safe. Okay. Everybody is not for you. Okay. There's a great deal of us that are for you, but there's also a great deal of people that like, she get 1 million views. I'm gonna make sure I take her out of here. So let's stay woke as content creators. Good job to all content creators that's out there and got their boots on the ground, but be safe. Okay. All right, guys, I gotta go. Okay. I'm about 10 minutes under my hour, and I think I'm good for that. Okay. I love your checkmates, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. All right. Until next time. Bye.